What's going on, everybody? Welcome in to our 2025 mock off-season draft. If you're new to our mock off-season, this is something we do every summer. Well, it's spring. Every spring, where we get 30 of us together, we each run an NBA team through an off-season, running through trades, running through the NBA draft, and running through free agency. This is the draft for that. And if you want to see any of the action that has already gone down trade-wise, there has been approximately, 25 trades or so. You can join our Discord link at the top of the description box below. Make sure you have the mock off-season threads turned on for 2025 and go check out the completed trades tab. And if you want to, you can also check out the voided trades tab because things get a little bit wild in our mock off-season. As you can see, we have the draft order here, and a lot of the picks have changed from real life. And we'll try and touch upon trades when we get to each pick. Eric, what's going on, man? How you doing?
What's up, man? Just excited for this draft. I just agreed to a trade, so I'm trying to format that for you.
Nice.
Unless the person, the person I made a trade with formatted. That makes it easy.
Nice. So there will probably be trades that we talk about on the stream that people come up with. We're going to run through every single draft pick. For those of you participating, submit your draft picks to me via Discord messages. If you're not in our mock-off season, of course, you can give your thoughts on what people do trade-wise, what people do with their draft picks. This is a fun annual stream that we do every single year. Now, as far as the top 7 goes, only 2 picks have been traded, and it's San Antonio moving down from 2 to 5, which was interesting. Utah got another top 10 pick. Portland traded 11 to the Chicago Bulls with Jeremy Grant for expiring contracts to get off his salary and Portland's 2026 first back, which is an okay trade, and they got the 22nd pick, so they still got a first rounder. How in the... Ain't no way. All right. Okay, that makes sense. I just saw Eric's trade, and that's interesting. Anyway, I didn't see the picks going to the other team, Eric, so I thought you just traded him for a first and a second. And I was going to say, Eric's the Orlando Magic. I just thought he traded KCP for a first and a second. All right, that's all I'm going to say. But yeah, it's not going to be like a normal stream in terms of flow or pace. There's going to be dead air. You know, we're running through a whole draft. We're managing multiple things at once as we run this stream. But we will have Arrow. If he's watching, Arrow, if you could fill in the draft sheet there on the right, and we can keep tabs with everything. And yeah, that's how everything works. Anyway, anything else you want to touch upon before we get this thing started?
Well, I got my Orlando Magic hat from my childhood. I guess I was a teenager when I got it. I got this hat and that Charlotte Hornets hat I wore a few years ago. They're very tight on my head now, but works for the mock-off season. Did not have an Orlando Magic shirt, but I'm wearing a Disney shirt. Technically it's Disneyland, but trying to represent the Magic a little bit. You don't have any Pistons gear, so...
No, I don't need to wear Pistons gear. I'll just, wear my black Nike shirt and call it good. But that is a pretty sick throwback hat. The Pistons logo with the horse on it would be pretty cool, not gonna lie, on a hat.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty sick. But anyway.
You want me to announce that trade?
I can announce it. I mean, it's so you're Orlando, and Orlando traded KCP to the Nets along with the 16th, 25th, and 46th picks and got back the 19th and 36th picks. So they trade down from 16 to 19, from 25 to 36, and they trade 46 to get off KCP's contract. Brooklyn takes it with cap space, and Orlando... You're not below the salary cap line now, are you? Is it just to open up a full mid-level exception?
After the Garland trade, I was actually pushing the second apron as the Orlando Magic with Franz and Suggs extensions kicking in. So I needed to clear a little bit of salary just because, to be realistic, the Magic aren't going to be a second apron team. So
Gotcha.
I wanted to make sure I was faithful to that. So I think I'm below the first apron now. I don't think I'm gonna have cap space. I'm trying to get enough room to maybe use a full mid-level exception, but
Gotcha. Meanwhile, I am currently working on a 4-team trade. As you know me, I only do 4 and 5 and 7-team trades.
Your first trade was a one.
I know, it's just a player swap.
One player swap.
Yeah. But then I pulled off the 4-team trade. I helped facilitate Trae Young to Portland as the Detroit Pistons. So you can go join our Discord, go look through all the completed trades, and you can let us know what you think of it in our mock off-season thread in our Discord if you want to see what has happened, and you can, of course, give your thoughts. Anyway, without further ado, let's just open this thing up. Dallas on the clock with the first overall pick. We'll give people about 5 minutes to submit their pick. And once again, submit your pick through Discord messages to me, and I will read it off. And we get to see who Dallas is going to take number 1 overall. Anyway, like I said, there's going to be dead air. Maybe we should put on music. There's going to be a lot of dead air on the stream with the things I'm trying to do right now. Anyway.
Who is Tristan? Is the Mavericks? Does everyone know how to submit picks and all that?
Yeah, people know.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they're texting you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead.
Fine. I'll be fine. I'll just need you to fill dead air throughout this stream when I'm busy, and I will do it when you're busy doing your thing. We'll try our best. Anyway. All right, with the first overall pick, let's just get this out of the way. The first overall pick in the 2025 mock offseason draft, the Dallas Mavericks select Cooper Flagg out of Duke University. They sold their soul to LA to capture the flag. That's what it took, apparently. And they get Cooper Flagg. They also have Kobe White, which I thought was the right type of player for them to get. So they traded for Kobe White with Kyrie being out for a big portion of the year. They also just traded for the 24th pick. Traded Max Christie for the 24th pick because they had to shed some salary. And, that's pretty much been their offseason. Apparently they're working on a P.J. Washington trade as well. That being said, we got Utah on the clock with pick number 2. Flag is not in the green room.
Do you give him a hug?
What? What does that mean?
Yeah, like
because I'm commish.
Goodell.
No, I dap him up.
You just dap him out, man.
Yeah, we're good with that. Anyway.
What you got cooking?
I'm trying some things. Although this dude has no salary.
Also, if...
Oh, did you disappear? Right when he said something, he disappeared. Anyway, you were saying?
Where did I go? I was saying, if you're in the middle of like trade negotiations or you're on the clock and you want to announce that you're gonna field offers for a few minutes, don't like hold up the stream for an hour, but like you got
like up to 5 minutes when you're on the clock.
if you're in the middle of a trade negotiation, you think it's close to maybe happening, just let us know. Hey, something is in the works. Give me a minute. Something just so we know.
Yep. Yep. Alrighty.
It's very, very weird that the Utah Jazz have this pick.
It is very weird. I didn't really understand that from San Antonio's point of view, but is what it is. And
I mean, I guess since they already have Fox, they could still get a really good guard at 5, but
yeah. And this pick is in with the second pick in the 2025 mock offseason draft. The Utah Jazz select Dylan Harper out of Rutgers. So maybe they get their star. I like them trading up. They need a star prospect.
yeah.
They got screwed in the lottery, falling down all the way to 5. Got absolutely screwed. And, maybe Keontae George can continue to grow, although this past season was not encouraging for that. They just need that star-level prospect, basically. They're kind of like the Blazers maybe 2 off seasons ago, or going into last off season a little bit. I think they're even worse, though, so be interesting to see who they get at 5 in real life. I think, I already have a name that I'm pretty confident that they will take there. But, all right, you got Philadelphia on the clock at 3rd overall. They have done nothing in this mock off season. They have done nothing, but
Who's Philly?
they are apparently trying to maybe work something for this pick right now, is what the rumor mill tells me, Eric. We love a good rumor mill.
Torrey really wants to move up for Ace Bailey, his favorite player. Welcome to the mock-off season, Philly. Who's Philly again?
It's Will.
Oh,
He's
Will.
responding to my
Will.
messages. He just hasn't done
Oh,
it.
yeah. I know he's been... Yeah.
Are those notifications from all the other GMs that are messaging you right now?
No, it's real text messages.
Real text messages. Those are boring.
Yeah. I haven't even thought about trading with Philadelphia.
Yeah, I mean, I thought about it. Just wasn't really a fit for me.
God, that Paul George contract's disgusting.
Did Connor vote on this trade yet? He did. All right. We have another vetoed Cleveland trade. All right. Philadelphia is keeping this pick. There, I submitted a vetoed trade. Alrighty. So with the 3rd pick in the 2025 mock offseason draft, the Philadelphia 76ers select Ace Bailey out of Rutgers University. So they don't go with a guard. They go with Ace Bailey. So kind of chalk so far, first 3 picks. This is what I would expect in real life. You have Charlotte at 4. That can, of course, shake things up.
Sorry that I look like a hostage. Would a hostage be wearing a Disneyland shirt, though? Come on. Arshad likes to pick. What's up, Arshad? Joining us at like 3 in the morning. Or what time would it be there? Yeah, like 5 in the morning. Yeah, you're good, Will. 4:42. All right.
Alrighty, I'm going to take a second to announce this pick. Commercial break. Taco Bell. Taco Bell commercial. That means this next player is going to be the next Jokic. All right. So with the 4th pick in the 2025 mock offseason draft, the Charlotte Hornets select VJ Edgecombe out of Baylor University. Y'all should have invited Olshey to the mock offseason. Jika says, "Holy S, I'm here just in time." Because he's now on the clock with the 5th pick. Oh, I need to update this. All right, you got San Antonio on the clock with pick number 5. By the way, you're muted.
Man, I think this is a really, for this, the player he should take, that's a really good spot for him. Because they have Fox already. They need shooting. So they have a guy who can create in Fox. They obviously have Wemby. Man, that's a perfect fit.
All right. So we got GK on the clock. I really am getting lost in my own trade ideas right now. You never want to get lost in your own trade ideas, but just try to figure stuff out here. All right. Tori's planting seeds. That's what I do, man. So I'm the Pistons. I traded for Jamal Murray. I also traded for Kristaps Porzingis, but it was because I had cap space and got the 28th pick attached to him. I also traded Isaiah Stewart for Corey Kispert. So yeah, it's a work in progress. But I really like Jamal Murray next to Cade Cunningham. Elizabeth Allen says, "Oh, okay, it's your guys' whole mock off-season draft. I got it now. Tons of trades have happened over the last week or two of you doing it." Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Like all these picks are picks that were traded in our mock off-season. It's all in our Discord. Alrighty. The 5th pick is in, and with the 5th pick in the 2025 mock off-season draft, the San Antonio Spurs select Con Knipple out of Duke University. I like Con there. I don't mind that pick for the Spurs. I know you love Trey Johnson, but I think they have KD, they have Giannis. They trade for KD in the mock-off season. They have KD, they have Giannis, they have De'Aaron Fox. They have Stephon Castle. Like, Trey Johnson can shoot. Colin Knipple can shoot. Colin Knipple, I think, is maybe a little bit more ready and maybe a little higher floor, just not the highest ceiling. But I think for a team built like San Antonio, that's fine. So now Washington's at 6.
What is that? GK?
Yeah, GK took Knipple.
I didn't think he liked Knipple. That's weird.
This surprised you, huh?
That's a horrible pick.
That's not a horrior pick.
That's terrible.
No, it's not. No, it's not. No, you said the same thing about Franz Wagner as 6, 2 years ago. Or not 2 years ago, 4 years ago.
We all did.
Well, yeah, I don't think that's a horrible pick at all. His name is Kon? Yes, Kon. There's no, I don't think Trey Johnson is clear-cut gonna be a guy. He has red flags. Rashad loves the pick. Sneggy hates the pick. Sneggy's just trying to get on your good side.
I definitely think teams could trade up for Colin. I don't think that's out of the realm of possibility. Guys, this is a mock off-season draft. There's been a bunch of trades up to this point, so
yeah. I think anybody that tunes in that has no idea what's going on is going to be like, what the hell is this draft order?
yeah.
Con is a riser on Sneggy's board because of the country music video. No, Sneggy said it's a horrible pick, but maybe he wanted Knipple at 7.
He said that it was because he wanted Knipple.
Yeah, he wanted Knipple. Anyway, we got Washington currently on the clock.
I'm assuming Tommy didn't expect Trey Johnson to still be on the board here.
This pick is getting traded.
Wow.
This pick is getting traded. This pick is getting traded to Chicago. The Bulls get the 6th pick. The Wizards get the 10th pick. And a 2028 first-round pick via the Houston Rockets and a 2028 second-round pick via the Chicago Bulls. The first-round pick via Houston, I believe, is unprotected. And with the Bulls at number 6, with the 6th pick in the 2025 mock off-season draft, the Chicago Bulls select Trey Johnson out of Texas. All right. Let me update the who's on the clock because I keep forgetting to do that. So we had Knipple at 5, and then this pick got traded to Chicago for 10. There we go. And then Chicago took Trey Johnson. So now we have New Orleans on the clock.
Who's Isaiah Fears?
Yeah, who is Isaiah Fears? Is that the third Fears brother? Alrighty. I like that trade for Chicago. And I don't know. I see that trade from both sides. Anything reasonable I'm happy with because we have some crazy stuff. What did Blazers gain in the trade down? So it was two separate trades. So they got 22 in the Trae Young trade where they were traded out like 2 future firsts and other things. And they traded 11 with Jeremy Grant to Chicago for their first round pick back. That's why Chicago has 11. All right, Arrow, now that you've made your pick, check your messages. Alrighty. Sneggy, your clock is down to 2 minutes, by the way. I know you have to think about it because Knipple's not on the board for you. Chicago owns what first round pick? They own in real life they own the Blazers first round pick. In this mock offseason they traded that pick back to the Blazers. So the Blazers had their future first so they could make a trade for Trae Young. And Chicago got back the 11th pick but also had to take on Jeremy Grant's salary. All right. With the 7th pick in the 2025 mock offseason draft, the New Orleans Pelicans select Kamon Maluach, center out of Duke. We've had 3 Duke players go already in the top 7 picks. I like that pick. He was top player on the board at this point, and
Did
High
you trade
floor, high
Missy?
ceiling. No, he still has Missy,
Missy.
but I kind of like that as a 1-2 punch. Malawach is going to take a little bit of time. Missy's still a little bit raw. Like, if both become super good that you have to pick one, that's probably a good thing.
That's the one player I really wanted to trade up for as the Magic. I added Garland
Yeah.
to Suggs, Franz, and
Yeah,
Boncaro. I
Cleveland's
thought
been drunk this entire mock off season.
if I could have gotten Malwatch too, I felt like that would have been a perfect fit, but just never got close to a deal with the
Yeah.
assets I had remaining to move up. So ended up going a different route and saving some cap space and stuff. But yeah.
All right.
Utah's on the board for the second time.
Yep. They already have Dylan Harper.
And here's where the draft like gets could take any turn, I think. Like there's several players at each of these picks that you could directions you could go. So this is in real life too. I think this is probably going to be the top 7, and then from here it's like wide open for the next 10 picks or so, I think.
Let's see. All right. I'm making so much happen right now. I'm trying to. All right. And with the 8th pick in the 2025 mock offseason draft, the Utah Jazz select Derek Queen, center, big man out of Maryland. Maybe he's not a center. Maybe he needs to be a power forward. I don't know. But he is a Utah Jazz.
And that brings us to our shot. Who I think at one point had the next 2 picks, right? He had 9 and 10 at one point. And then he traded 10 to move down to 12, right?
Yeah. What's up, Gabe? You should post that in the mock off season part of the Discord. More people will see it. We got the Raptors on the clock. Let me make sure it's up on Fanspo. So Queen went 8. All right, there we go. We got Raptors at 9. I did not bring my charger with me, so I'll be back. I need my laptop charger. And then I'll announce this pick.
What's up, Chatland? He says it ain't who you think.
the ninth pick in the 2025 mock offseason draft, the Toronto Raptors select Carter Bryant out of out of the University of Arizona.
Nice. I know Rashad really likes him, so.
Yep. If you like a guy,
Probably couldn't risk him lasting till 12, although he might have.
Yeah, I don't know. He's getting a lot of hype right now.
Yeah.
And if that's your guy, that's your guy.
Mm-hmm.
Where do I even run this laptop cord, man?
Tommy might have taken him though.
Yeah.
He couldn't have risked it. Tommy and Arrowmith both made a comment, so likely one of them was going to take Carter Bryant. So
yeah, maybe that's who Washington traded down for. All right, so 9 was Carter Bryant. Now 10th, we have the Wizards on the clock after trading down. I'm trying to do too many things to talk constantly.
I'm just hoping at least one of my guys is still there at 19. May regret trading down a few spots if he goes between 16 and 18.
Yeah. They have Isaiah Collier, right? Who? I don't remember.
The Wizards have Collier. They have Dame.
They have Dame, yeah.
They have Bub still. Yeah.
Where should I look for the trade block tab?
Gabe doesn't even know how to post a rumor. He's been in the mock-off season for a week.
I mean, I don't know if we told him. Yeah, just type anywhere in the Discord. Just type ! rumor and then a space and then leave your rumor, and then it will post it in the trade block tab. Yeah.
That's not in the directions.
It might be in the directions, but I don't remember. Here, I'll send you an example, Gabe. All right.
Yeah, you might want to read completed trades, Nathan.
Nathan said he was reading the trade block. Yeah, completed trades. The trade block, you'll find a whole saga about DeJounte Murray being forced onto a plane by the Pelicans GM and the pilot being told to fly somewhere random, and that's where he's getting traded to. That was fun.
Just in general, you'll see Sneggy going through every realm of possibility and not knowing what the F he's doing.
Yeah,
for 5 straight days. Yeah.
Yeah, so finally we just put DeJounte on a plane.
one minute, Missy's untouchable, then the next minute we find out he has no idea who he even is.
Yeah, no, he was trying to trade Missy, and I asked him, I was like, okay, what do you want from Missy? He's like, an athletic big. I'm like, that's literally the definition of Yves Missy.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I don't think I've ever watched him play before. It's like, dude, you should research your team that you're running. And we have the 10th pick in with the 10th overall pick in the 2025 mock offseason draft. The Washington Wizards select Rasheer Fleming out of St. Joseph's University. I think that's how you say the university. I don't know.
Nice.
But Rasheer Fleming at 10. There he is. Okay.
Good pick, Tommy.
So now Chicago's on the board at 11.
I already have gotten Trey Johnson in the fold. The Bulls took on a lot of salary to move up in this draft for a second time. Interesting strategy. I kind of like it. He maybe went a little too extreme with it, but yeah, here he is. He says this couldn't have gone better for me. He gets his guy at 6, and assuming he's getting this guy at 11 too.
Who do you think his guy is at 11?
I don't know. Yeah, he just typed it to us. So.
Yeah.
Wow, I can't even give his name. Jeez.
I know. Can't even spell out his full name. He puts the name on the card. So just based on the name given with the 11th pick in the 2025 mock offseason draft, the Chicago Bulls select Jock Landale. Just kidding. With the 11th pick, the Chicago Bulls select Kasparis Yakuchonis out of Illinois. He put J-A-K. Jack Landale. Yeah, and he didn't even spell it right. So, 10 seconds after getting drafted, Yakuchonis has demanded a trade. Quickest trade demand in NBA history. Well, maybe that was Kobe. I don't know. Just kidding. All right, we got Toronto at 12, and then I'm up at 13.
Veto? What are you vetoing, Cheen? I don't know. You're muted, Tori.
No, I'm not.
Okay. Aeromancer are pretending to be shams here in chat, outing all the picks. I don't know. Obviously you wanted to be drafted higher, but further the draft goes on, you could go to a better situation. It's not necessarily the worst outcome.
Yep.
If someone like Fierce falls a little bit.
All right, with the 12th overall pick in the 2025 mock offseason draft, the Toronto Raptors select Jeremiah Fears out of Oklahoma.
Fears and Carter Bryant, pretty good. Pretty good little draft. And Tori is on the clock for his first selection. How many picks do you have in this draft?
I have 3. I have 13. I have 28. I have 37.
Nice.
All right, I got to decide who I want. All right, so 11 was Yakuchonis. I got to update this. I keep forgetting. 12 was Fears.
I should be doing that too.
Fielding offers for this pick. If you want this pick, message me.
Cooper. Jones.
No. This is not an easy spot to pick.
Vegas Queen.
We got suggestions in the chat. Bryce James, yeah. Totally.
Not eligible for this draft. Come on.
All right. All right. I'll make a decision in the next 30 seconds.
Elizabeth Allen, except for he traded for Jamal Murray. So he has Jamal Murray next
Yeah.
year.
Yeah.
Once again, this is a mock off season in which we're all a GM and there's 30 of us and we all made moves
Yeah.
which impacted the draft order. So this is not the real draft order.
Yep.
This is our mock off season draft.
Yep. All right, with the 13th overall pick in the 2025 mock off season draft, the Detroit Pistons select Cedric Coward out of Washington State. I don't understand some of the messages in chat, but alrighty. I'm happy about that. I was entertaining trade downs, but all right, now we got the Suns in Cheem on the clock at 14. And he is shocked that he's on the clock, apparently.
Wow, you correctly predicted your own pick, Aeromancer. That's so impressive.
Chat, let me know who you think Phoenix should take here at 14. Javon, that's funny.
We haven't had anything egregious in the draft yet.
Nope. All right. With the 14th overall pick in the 2025 mock offseason draft, the Phoenix Suns select Colin Murray Boyles out of South Carolina.
It didn't make sense for me to have my blazer background, so I just turned to the other side, and that's the drapes. I mean, I guess I could.
All right. So it was Colin Murray Boyles for the Phoenix Suns.
Yeah, we wouldn't have let Dallas. We're vetoing any trade for Flag. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah,
There's
absolutely.
no chance.
When we
There's no
veto, it's
chance
like
of
we're
trade.
the team's ownership. It's like we're the team's ownership and we're saying no to the GM, essentially, just for anything that's egregious. All right. All right, with the 15th overall pick in the 2025 mock offseason draft, the New Orleans Pelicans select Yegor Demon out of BYU.
Demon and Mowash, pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Good upside play. Wow, team's a Yegor hater.
Team has bold opinions, man. All right, so now we got Brooklyn on the clock at 16. Then we got Minnesota. Then we got Brooklyn again. All right, so with the 16th overall pick in the 2025 mock offseason draft, the Brooklyn Nets select Thomas Sorber out of Georgetown.
Oh, team's admitting bias.
Yeah, he loves anyone from the DMV.
Well, we have a minute. I just want to thank Aeromancer for all the work he's done in this offseason. And also thanks, Jackson, for doing the picks in Discord today.
Yep, thank you, Jackson. Thank you, Arrow. All right, so we got 17. We got Sude on the clock with Minnesota. Let me update the fan spo. We had Demon. Then we had Sorber. Not a Sorber fan. At least like mid first, I'm not a Sorber fan. Like late first, I think is fine. I think this is a little early. All right, with the 17th overall pick in the 2025 mock offseason draft, the Minnesota Timberwolves select Neek Clifford out of Colorado State.
Good pick for them.
All right, Chris is up with the 18th pick after taking Yegor, or not Yegor Demon, Thomas Sorber at 16.
Man. Oh. Oh my god, dude.
What? What?
Just, I cannot stress this enough, people. Picks in the 20s are not worth what you guys are trying to trade for them.
Yeah.
I know it's fun to get picks in the mock off-season draft, but you're not going to trade, for example, the 3rd overall pick from last season for the 23rd pick in this draft.
What?
Come on. What are we doing, people? Come on. Like this.
That's crazy.
Especially after you just traded. Man, what?
Houston? Man.
No, it's not Houston.
Wait,
He's not on-
where's the 3rd overall pick from last year now?
Yeah, I'm trying not to throw him completely under the bus.
I mean, gonna make me go look. But yeah, that's insane. That's absolutely insane. All right. With the 18th pick in the 2025 mock offseason draft, the Brooklyn Nets select Yaxel Lendeborg out of UAB. That was your guy, huh?
No, it's fine. I mean,
That's what people do in this draft. They draft the players we like.
Yeah, I know. Oh, Chris isn't like that though. He was.
Chris is very trolly. Chris is the biggest troll, man.
Trade up, Eric? What do you mean? No, I'm good. I'm chilling.
He's on the clock now.
Yep. If anyone's trying to trade up to this pick, let me know. See, I would trade this pick for Reed Shepard, but like that's getting vetoed. So
I might have traded 13 for Reed Shepard. Actually, I probably would have traded 13 for Reed Shepard.
I would have traded 16 and 25 for him probably.
Yeah. What the hell are we doing, man?
I have Darius Garland as my point guard. In case you weren't listening earlier. I have Garland, Suggs, Banchero, Franz as my core 4. Yeah. Feel like I got pretty good value for it. Hit me up if anyone's interested. I'm definitely interested in trading out right here. But I have someone I'll take in a minute if no one does. If anyone's looking to move up a few spots, let me know. Yeah, I traded Wendell Carter Jr., Gary Harris, Anthony Black, Tristan Da Silva, and 2 protected firsts that both turn into seconds if they're not like going into future years. For Garland, felt like it was pretty good value. Man. All right, no one's hitting me up, so do you want me to just announce it, or do you want me to message you?
Sorry, I just read. I'm just very annoyed. Yeah, message it to me. Basically, the whole third pick from last year's draft is because this guy is trying to get a team filled with players with initials as a first name.
I mean, he could just trade for TJ without
Just
trading
making a
Reed
mockery of the mock, man. What are we doing? Come on, man. What the hell are we doing? Reed Shepard better change his first name to RD. Or no,
Arrow,
RJ. Yeah.
Reese isn't trying to fleece. That he was just chilling and got proposed that trade. So, but I mean, Reese isn't dumb. He knows that.
Yeah. Yeah. That's insane.
All right. I'll just go here. Let me just make sure one last little run through.
Oh, I gotta update the freaking picks. I keep forgetting. All right. Remind me if I don't. By the way, because I have
no problem.
up. Yes, I'm sure you do too. Borg. All right. 19 was traded.
It's me. That's why I said, do you want me to just announce it, or do you want me to message it to you?
Yeah, message it to me.
Okay.
Unless you really want to announce it.
No, that's good.
I am the commissioner. All right, with the 19th overall pick in the 2025 mock offseason draft, the Orlando Magic select Danny Wolf out of the University of Michigan. Nice. You get a healthy Mo Wagner and an injured Mo Wagner. I do like Danny Wolf on the Magic. I feel like that's such a pure fit.
I went into this draft hoping to get Reno there.
Yeah.
And with Wolf still on the board, it was a tough decision, but went with Wolf. I think it's a little more. I don't know. They're both really good at similar things, but well, I guess Eric hates me. What do you mean, Tristan? What do you mean, Tristan? How do I hate you? What did I do?
I don't know what he's talking about. He's probably making a joke.
Wolf wasn't lasting until 24, so I don't think I took his guy.
He might have lasted.
So the
24.
Spurs have traded for Kevin Durant and drafted Conca Nipple.
Now they're back on the clock.
Eric Wilson says the only thing that concerns me with Wolf is obviously the defense. No, I'm not going to just say the letter, but I love his offense. So for me, Magic were second in the NBA in defensive rating last year behind the Thunder, or this year, I should say.
Can I say something real quick?
Yeah.
With the 20th overall pick, the San Antonio Spurs select the guy that was taken with the 10th overall pick.
What the heck?
Send me a new name. Spurs.
That GK?
Yeah. It's on the screen, bro.
Come on, GK. Like, we let you back in the mock and you're...
Oh. All right, I got a real pick. With the 20th overall pick, the San Antonio Spurs select Jace Richardson out of Michigan State. GK also admits to doing the same thing last year. Yeah, that's a GK thing. Jace Richardson is a good pick though. Good little pick there. Yeah. We doing the second round tonight? No, we're not. We are not.
Second round will be via Discord. It's a motto. Yeah, Bucks traded Giannis. They traded Dame. They traded Kuzma. They traded anyone else?
I don't remember. With the 21st overall pick in the 2025 mock offseason draft, the Milwaukee Bucks select Asa Newell out of Georgia.
That's not a bad pick at this point.
And now your Portland Trailblazers are on the clock at 22.
What you got for us, Bouquets?
Bouquets is on the clock. Alrighty.
Oh yeah, they have RJ Barrett, Jordan Poole, Marcus Smart. Good joke, Trevin. No, Scoot got traded in the Trae Young trade along with Anthony. Jeremy's out of town as well.
Aiton's still there, though.
Aiton is still there, yes.
Arshad, if you're still watching the stream, check your messages.
Super bad in their mock. This is for our mock offseason, not like a real draft or anything.
Yeah.
So the Blazers got Trae Young and traded down to 22. So. Scoot back in his home state. Yes, he is. Along with Jaden Ivey. That was a weird trade.
All right. Let me make sure he knows he's on the clock. Freeze, bro. Come on, man.
Okay, it was in here.
Yeah, just making sure he knew.
No, it's good to make sure. I just
He said he was talking deals. There's an embarking box here.
that stupid trade ruined this whole thing for me. Okay.
Ed Halen loves to complain. That's what he does.
Lease Blazers to get Cedric Coward.
Yeah, that was not particularly close to the worst trade, man. There's been far worse. All right. Okay, this pick is being traded to the Thunder for the 27th and 53rd picks.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
So Thunder are on the clock.
Those late 50s pick, or the picks in the 50s have a lot of value. In the,
I probably would have given up 28 and 37, but I didn't know he was trying to trade down. Maybe he said a rumor. I can't keep up. Wait, isn't the 50... Which pick is Tamani and Makovic and...
It's 52.
Oh. You're one spot away. One spot away. All right, with the 22nd overall pick in the 2025 mock season draft, the Oklahoma City Thunder select Liam McNeely out of Villanova.
Villanova?
Not Villanova, UConn.
Yeah.
UConn. Yeah, whoops. I was thinking Big East championship winning schools, you know.
Isaiah Joe's on the Nets anyway, so we're back on the Nets. OKC traded Isaiah Joe, Aaron Wiggins, and Cason Wallace for Nicholas Claxton.
Yeah, I didn't really understand that. I think... I don't know. I'm not the biggest Claxton fan.
I knew you would hate that trade, Elizabeth.
So now Reese is on the clock with the 23rd pick, and his pick is in. With the 23rd pick in the 2025 mock offseason draft, the Indiana Pacers select Noah Asenge out of France.
Nice. That's good value here. 23. Good job, Reese. Dallas is here. I thought this was Washington. Oh yeah.
You traded it
You traded it to him for
Max Christie. Yeah,
Max
I don't know if we've patched the trade through, but yeah, that trade is gonna go through.
I thought you did post that one.
I might have or might not have. I don't know, but yeah. I was trying to elicit its announcement. Okay, yeah, I guess I didn't post it. But yeah, yeah. I'll post it after the first round is done. All right, with the 24th overall pick in the 2025 mock offseason draft, the Dallas Mavericks select Joan Behringer. I forget where he's from. Yeah, I went through. You're good.
He's been playing good in the playoffs, though, Reese.
Jesus Christ, man. I'm annoyed. No, I'm just... With the 25th pick, the Brooklyn Nets select LeBaron Philon out of Alabama.
Is that what you wanted?
No. Just been trying to work on something all night. Just... going nowhere. All right. So 25 was LeBaron Philon.
I'm curious who Trevin's guy would have been in this draft if he had a pick.
Yeah. Yeah, I wonder who a Trevin guy is.
They did just explain.
In the chat? I'm not reading the chat right now.
Yeah.
Well, I'm busy. All right.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, I am. With the 26th pick in the 2025 mock offseason draft, the Utah Jazz select Maxime Reynaud out of Stanford University.
Good pick.
All right, so Portland's on the clock after Reynaud gets taken. Whoops, I need to make sure this is all the way at the top so that the team is there. Gregory Castillo. Man. That's wild. That's actually funny. Yeah, they traded Kyle Filipowski, so. All right, 27 Bouquets is on the clock. He traded down from 22 to 27. I'm so annoyed. With the 27th pick in the 2025 mock offseason draft, the Portland Trailblazers select Walter Clayton Jr. out of the University of Florida.
Good fit since they traded Scoot and Anthony.
It's a brutal draft, man.
You don't pay anything to get a franchise Anthony. It's just we pick 30 people before we start, and it's all people who watch the channel and stuff. So.
Well, I knew who I was going to take until that last pick. Whoops, I clicked on an ad. I don't want Progressive. I already have it. All right, I'll be a moment here at 28. Got just on the fly.
Your boy's still here, though.
Huh?
One of your boys is still here.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just in a salary predicament and been working on like a 14 trade all evening, man. All evening. Let me see if I can do something.
I'll offer you 36 and 57. If that helps.
No.
Getting first round picks off your salary.
No, it doesn't help.
Wow, I've kept Aeromancer's name a secret for all these years, and he just doxed himself. Wow.
How'd he dox himself? All right. All right. Okay, I'm going to make a pick now. With the 28th pick in the 2025 mock offseason draft, the Detroit Pistons select Cam Jones out of the University of Marquette. Pistons don't have much of a bench currently constructed with some of the moves that are made. So being able to get somebody like him for me that I think can come in and be ready to play off the bench is good. Phoenix is on the clock at 29, and then we have the Pelicans, and then the rest of the draft will take place tomorrow and will be in our Discord.
Anthony, have you just ignored the fact that we have shows twice a week and we've had it every single off season since the first off season?
My guy.
2020 through 2025, this is now our 5th off season of having twice weekly shows. Actually, we used to have 3 shows a week, didn't we, at one point?
At the very start, but like,
yeah.
But
and
like.
We just had a stream last night. Yeah.
Like look at this content, and it's even cutting off stuff on the right. Like look at all this content, man. I'm glad you finally figured it out. Yeah, we stream Mondays and Thursdays in the evenings, like 9:30 to 10 p.m. Pacific time is when we start. So yeah, we got you year round, man. We don't take time off. Today's Friday, though. Yeah, well, we're doing the mock off-season draft, so it's like a special edition thing. But yeah, normally we stream Mondays and Thursdays, and then we stream free agency. We stream the draft. We stream the lottery. So we had our lottery stream, and yeah, so we put in the work for you, man. You're welcome, man. Happy that you'll be tuning in. Connor says fake schedule. All right, so 29 is Cheem with the Suns.
Cam would have been pretty good for them.
Yeah. Hashtag not my podcast. Ha! All right. Let me make sure Cheem knows he's on the clock. We're on the clock. Have you guys been at any secret prospect workouts? Well, unfortunately, we're not credentialed, so no. And if they're secret, is any media there? I don't know. Are we past Portland, it looks like? Yeah, Portland took Walter Clayton Jr. at 27.
How did they get 27? Don't they have the 11th pick, Tori?
I thought once Allen sold the team, you were going to be credentialed. What do you mean once Allen sold the team? The team hasn't been sold yet. It's going to take 9 to 12 months.
And why would that mean?
Also, that doesn't, necessarily mean anything for us. But I'll try again next year. If we got credentials, I wouldn't even necessarily want to be the one there at some of the stuff. Like I'd show up for some of the stuff, but I wouldn't be there consistently because I have a whole day job, and then doing post game streams would be difficult. So I'd have to figure it out. Taylor Packer can go. Yeah, there you go. That can be our credentialed reporter. Is that guy even in the draft? Whoops. I need to keep that up. So I need to search this in a different tab.
Yeah, we've already said the trade multiple times.
Oh, he's still in the draft process. Okay. Okay. With the 29th overall pick in the 2025 mock offseason draft, the Phoenix Suns select Miles Byrd out of San Diego State. All right. So now we got New Orleans on the clock with the final pick of the first round. And the second round will begin tomorrow. Because it is a 2-day draft once again this year. In real life.
Boo.
Just as long as they go back to the stadium, like, you look at the NFL draft and their whole, like, they go city to city and they have so many people there even for the 7th round. And they're still having it outdoors, big venue, big party. The NBA, their second round, is just in a studio with no one there. That was ridiculous last year. Tori took my point guard. Well, yeah, I got my point guard taken, and then I took your point guard. So take somebody else's point guard. Oh no, you took Miles Byrd. Is it going to be nighttime again?
We're just going to do it on Discord throughout the day, right? I don't think it's going to be.
We'll probably begin it like. I mean, here's the thing.
Just
we should probably begin it like 4 p.m. Pacific. Is what I'm thinking. Yeah, 4 p.m. Pacific. Because we have a game at 2, Eric.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Alrighty. I didn't know Sneggy knew this guy existed. With the 30th pick of the 2025 NBA mock offseason draft, the New Orleans Pelicans select Noah Penda out of France. And that concludes the first round of the mock offseason draft. The draft begins again tomorrow as the Minnesota Timberwolves will be on the clock. Where is Noah Penda? There we go. Skip past him. All right. So anyway, interesting first round of our mock-off season draft. Once again, if you guys want to keep up with the action, all the trades, and then free agency, and see the lineups and everything, make sure you join our Discord. There's a link in the description box below. Make sure you join our Discord. And make sure you turn on the right threads. Like, sometimes Discord will hide threads from you. You just have to go into the top left section of the Blazers Uprise Discord. And, yeah, just kind of click around. Go to channels and roles and go to browse channels. And then you can check mark which ones show up for you. So there's a section called 2025 mock off season, so you can just make sure you check mark all those so that they all show up. If they're not when you join. When you join, it might already show up. Not sure. But you can also talk on game day throughout the season in our Discord as well. And, you know, we do stuff through the Discord, so make sure you click that link in the description box below. I'll also toss it in the live chat. We're trying to get to 1,000 members. Because then we get like cool community stuff when we get to 1,000 members. So you can help us out just by joining the Discord. You can help us become a real community. Actually, can somebody else post it in chat because I accidentally closed my YouTube tab? One of the mods, if you guys want to post it in the chat, I appreciate it. You can just grab it from the description. Yeah, we'll be back at it tomorrow. Anything stand out from this first round to you, Eric?
Um, hmm, not particularly. I thought Utah had a pretty good draft. Obviously, with the second pick, that helps a lot. Um, yeah, I don't think there was anything like really
Yeah,
bad either way.
it's always like it's always less random to us than the actual draft because it's kind of like there's a level of groupthink to our community with certain prospects for sure. And then the
Hmm.
NBA draft, you have GMs that will just go with completely unexpected stuff. So it's always interesting to look back on these drafts. We keep all the mock off seasons saved in our Discord, so you can go back and look at the mock off season draft from like 5 years ago and all the trades from 5 years ago. And that's when it gets really interesting just to look back on drafts a couple years down the line to see who drafted well, who struggled, and every year it's different people doing well, different people struggling. So it's always interesting to look back in that regard. But yeah, you definitely got some guys rising, and this reflected that. Rasheer Fleming at 10, Coward at 13. There
Fear's
was
falling to 12.
What'd you say?
Fear's falling to 12.
Yeah, Fears falling to 12 was maybe the biggest surprise, or Knipple at 5. Nothing was surprising though. Like there was no surprise picks here. Like Miles Bird at 29, maybe that's a Cheem pick though. Cheem likes Miles Bird, so I expected it to be Miles Bird. So no shockers, but we'll see what happens in the second round because the prospect pool for the second round has dwindled a ton. So I think guys are going to be struggling to figure out who to draft there. So that should be fun.
Hmm.
So you got some talent falling into the second round too, which will make that interesting for sure.
Yep.
What'd you say?
I said, yep.
Yep. Anyway, appreciate you guys hanging out with us. We're out of here. We'll be live again on Monday with Blazers Uprise Live. Monday, Thursday, 9:30 to 10 p.m. start time. We go for like an hour and a half to 2 hours usually on Mondays and Thursdays. And we got the NBA draft in about a month, so we'll have some coverage leading up to that. Anyway, appreciate you guys hanging out for us. Appreciate those of you participating in our mock off season. We're out of here until next time. As always, peace out. Go Blazers!